guys, welcome back to our Texas homestead. Today I'm going to be making family favorite. It's called a Brookie. It's a brownie on the bottom, chocolate chip cookies on top. So almost everybody's going to be home for dinner tonight. So I'm going to bring you in and show you how to make them. So first I got a 9x13 pan and greased it. My oven is heating up to 350. And then I have 3/4 of a cup of butter. Oh, it needs to be melted. So I'm going to melt that, and then I'm going to melt 6 ounces of dark chocolate. And actually, I'm going to do 8 ounces because I have 2 things of 4 ounces. And what am I going to do with 2 ounces of chocolate? So I'm just going to melt it all, and then I'll bring you back. So I just broke up all the chocolate pieces and then cut the butter up a little bit. And then I'm going to put it in the microwave 30 seconds at a time, stirring in between until it's all melted. So our chocolate and butter's melted. So, and then I already put 1.5 cups of sugar in the mixer. So we're going to get the chocolate in there. And then we're going to add 3 large eggs and 1 egg yolk. And then mix it up. And then we're going to add in 3/4 cup of flour and 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. We got like some regular cocoa powder and then some special dark, but it'll work out. Throw that in there, and a teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of vanilla. And then mix all that up. I forgot cocoa. It goes everywhere. So maybe we'll kind of get the cocoa wet first and then mix it. And I forgot 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. First, so there is our brownie mixture. Stuff out of the way. And we're going to pour this into our pan. I always have the hardest time getting that off. Didn't even spill anything. Oh, she's eating all the cocoa that went flying everywhere. And then you're just gonna spread it out in the pan. So I'm gonna get everything cleaned up a little bit and then we'll come back to make the cookies. So now we're gonna make the cookie dough to go on top. So I got 3/4 of a cup of butter in there. I'm going to get 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And remember, whenever you're baking, you want like your measurements to be level. So that was just 1/4, 1/2. 3/4, and then 1/4 of a cup and 2 tablespoons of regular sugar. My tablespoon is wet from the vanilla, so we're just going to use 1/2 tablespoon 4 times. And then 1 large egg and 1 egg yolk. Ooh, that's gonna be I just need the yolk, I forgot. There, so just the yolk. And then we're gonna mix, oh, where's my blender? I gotta wash the beater still. Now we're gonna mix it all together. Butter's not completely softened, so it's going to take a minute to warm it up. So my butter was frozen, and then I put it in the oven to thaw a little bit while it's preheating, and then I forgot about it and it melted, but part of it was still frozen. So now we're going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. Nope, that's a half. 1 3/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of flour. I guess I'm going to have to dry my tablespoon so I can use it then. So 1 3/4 cup. And then 2 tablespoons. And then 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And this one's 1/4, so I'm going to do 3 of them. Ooh. Won't fill the next one up full since that one went over. There. And 1/4 and 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. So 1/4 and 1/8. And then we're going to mix this one up. Came off. And then we got to add in a cup of chocolate chips. I always just mix those in by hand. Okay, so bring back over the brownie mixture, and I haven't put it in the oven yet, it's still raw. And then you just plop your cookies on top, and it doesn't matter how close they are because it's all going to spread out to cover it. And if you want to just kind of mash them down a little bit so they spread out a little better. There. And then we're going to bake them. Let's see. 35 to 40 minutes. And after 15 minutes, I'm going to put tinfoil on top so the cookies don't get too brown. So I'll bring it back in a little bit. It's been 15 minutes, so maybe. That's what they look like. I'm going to cover them up with tinfoil and then put them in for another 20 minutes. So there is our finished Brookie. I just took it out of the oven. Oh, maybe it needs to go a little longer. I did it over here earlier. This one's got a little bit of brownie on it. Maybe. Yep. I'm going to put it in there for like another 5 minutes. Cover it back up so the cookie doesn't get too brown. Let's try a little longer. Okay, so I was thinking about it. I put it in for another 5 minutes, but then I was thinking about it. Maybe I hit a chocolate chip when I went down. So I just went around the brownie part, and it all comes back. Well, there's a little brownie about. I'm going to put it in for just like a couple minutes to brown up the cookies, and then it'll be ready to go. Okay, so there they are. A little bit browner. Almost forgot about them. So after the game tonight or during the 7th inning stretch, we can have some Brokies. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.